Can I start?
Yeah, 1 minute, Prabhuji.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So last time we were discussing on the different faults that can be attributed to a person, but when those faults are connected with the Lord, they become qualities, good qualities. So they are not faults anymore. And we looked at the last fault with this para apeksha, dependence on others. So Krishna himself says in Bhagavatam 9th canto, Aham bhakta paradhinaha, I'm dependent on my devotees. So we'll continue from there. Tasmadakva shoka moha sneha va bhayam va ye agya sambhavaha ityatra tu agya sambhavaha ye te na eva santi natu vigya sambhavaha te apiti matam. So in the 10th canto, 77th chapter, there is the description of Salva attacking the Dwaraka. So Shalva, he came to the wedding of Rukmini, and then he wanted to marry Rukmini, but then he saw that Krishna took Rukmini away from all the kings, and everyone got fed up with that whole incident. And Shalva, because of being insulted by that incident, he went on to take a vow and determination to pray to Lord Shiva. So 1 year he was doing the austerity of eating just a handful of dust and worshipping Lord Shiva. So this is the avidhi purvakam. They are not doing according to the vidhi. They are doing non-scriptural injunctions, but again, they are worshipping the devatas like Lord Shiva here. So Lord Shiva is Ashutosh. He quickly becomes satisfied. So he appeared in front of Shalva, and then he gave him a benediction. Shalva said that I want actually a flying city, basically. It's like a airplane. You can think of it like a flying disc, but it's the size of a city. So he asked for a flying city that could terrorize all the demons, all the devatas, all the humans, and especially the Vrishnis. So Lord Shiva also said, Tatastu, may you get that. So you got that flying city. And with that, immediately he collected the army and then went to Dwaraka and then started attacking in the mid of everything, without informing also. So the kings of Dwaraka, or the gods of Dwaraka, they came out and then start fighting. Krishna wasn't there. So the fight was done by his son Pradyumna. He was doing the fight. And and then later, Krishna joined the fight. So when Krishna joined the fight, he started attacking Krishna directly with the arrows. So all the weapons were thwarted by Krishna. And then Krishna took his club and then whirled around him. It hit his collarbone and then he vomited out blood. So he was almost getting defeated. So he immediately disappeared and then conjured all magical things. So what happened the next moment is a person walked to Krishna and then he said, this Shalva has taken hostage of your father and mother. I am sent to by Devaki, father, basically. So he is planning to kill him. So please go and save your father. Then then Krishna was immediately confused at that point because it was his father and mother. Then Shalva immediately manifested Vasudeva in front of Krishna. And then he cut off his head. So this is just a conjuring trick. It is not the real Vasudeva. One moment Krishna was shaken by looking at the entire scene. Though Krishna is not affected by all these magical tricks, but because of his affection toward the devotees, he was affected as if he got affected because of his love for these devotees, but he was not affected by the magical trick that Shalva was showing. So in that, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, how can any material shoka, lamentation, or confusion can affect the Supreme Lord? Because they are all born of agya, the ignorance. So they cannot affect that. So Jiva Goswami also says that, so this agnya sambhava, the emotions that are born out of ignorance, they cannot affect the Supreme Lord. However, the emotions or other qualities that are born out of vidya, that is vidya, that is the chit shakti, the spiritual quality, that can affect the Supreme Lord. And that is my opinion, he says. Vigya sambhavatvam tu tesham Shri Shukadevadishu tatsmarita ananta hrita akila indriyaha ityadi uktehe bhagavat prema mohadav drishtam iti. So these good qualities are also present in his devotees, like Shukadeva Goswami. So he gives an example from Srimad Bhagavatam. Tatsmarita ananta hrita akila indriyaha. So when Shukadeva Goswami was reciting Bhagavatam, at one moment when he was in the 10th canto, he closed his eyes and then he was thinking about the Kṛṣṇa, and all his senses, it went inward. So in the middle, he was just sitting quiet without uttering any word. That is because he was completely absorbed in Kṛṣṇa. We see that in some time Prabhupada was also, in one of his lecture, you would see that Prabhupada would, I think for 1 minute or so, he would be saying, he wouldn't be saying anything else. He was just saying that word, because that emotion within the person, it absorbed him completely. Then they don't want to manifest that externally also. So these qualities which are born out of vidya potency, that can exist in the Supreme Lord and his devotees. Tatagacha sarvani eva tadvitirnani saundaryadini asvadayitum labdha ojasi bhakte asvadya cha tam chamanskruti paramakashtham adhiruhya cha ashrutacharam bhagavataha bhaktavatssalyam idam iva iti manasa muhu eva anubhuya dravi bhavam asse dushi tasmin. So here Kṛṣṇa is going to speak to the devotee, and the devotee is being described here. So Kṛṣṇa has manifested so many qualities. So to make the devotee taste that quality, asvadayitum, he has given potency also. So without the Lord giving potency to the devotee cannot taste the qualities of Kṛṣṇa. That's why when Kṛṣṇa was manifest and he was walking around in the time of Dwapara Yuga, not everybody could appreciate his qualities because he has not given the power, but only his devotees whose eyes are tinged with Prema, they can appreciate the qualities of the Lord, but the demons couldn't appreciate because he didn't give that power. So here the devotee at the Prema stage, he has obtained that power to taste all these different qualities of the Lord, including his beauty and so on. So tasting that quality again and again, the devotee is reaching higher and higher stage, which are wonderful, like the summit of mountains. So when you hike, you go to higher and higher, Mount Everest is the highest one. So similarly, the devotee is also climbing higher and higher in his realization of the the qualities, right? Ashruta charam, which was not heard of before. Right? Bhagavataha bhakta vatsalyam, this quality of bhakta vatsalata, that is affection to the devotees, the Lord possesses, that is unheard of previously. The first time he is experiencing so much love for his devotees. Oh, this is what is the quality of the Supreme Lord. He's understanding at that. And then experiencing that. thing again and again within his mind, his heart becomes melted. So at that time, to that devotee, Krishna is further speaking. Are madbhaktavarya bahuni janmani madartam dara agara dhana adikam parityajya matparicharya anurodhena shitavata shrudha trishna vyatha amayadin bahuni eva kleshan so shodhavate. Jana avam. Okay, we'll break it down. It's a very long sentence. Are madbhaktavarya, oh, the best of my devotees. He's talking to the devotee. Bahuni janmani madartam. So in many, many different births, just for my sake, you have given up your wife, you have given up your house, you have given up your wealth, everything just for serving me. You have endured Shita, the cold wind, Shuddha, hunger, Trishna, thirst, and pain and disease. Everything you have just endured just for serving me. That was your only goal. And then other people also have insulted you. You have tolerated all these insults just having the desire to serve me. And then you have taken to the practice of bhikshu, that is sannyasi, or begging from others. You have accepted that practice. So, but to you, what can I give? Kimapi na datum ashaknuvan. I cannot give you anything. Rini kevalam abhuvan. I have just to become a debtor to you. I cannot satisfy your debts. It's too much for me. Krishna is saying that. Sarvabhaumatva parameshtya yoga siddhyadikam cha na bhavad anurupam iti tat tat katam vitarishyami. So rulership over the entire world, that's not suitable for you. Or sovereignty over the heavenly bodies, that is also not suitable for you. Yoga siddhi, that is also not suitable for you. Nothing is suitable for you. How can I give anything else, right? How can I give all these things? That's what he's saying. Nahi, nahi, I cannot give you all these things. This is like Pashubhyaha rochamanam gasha tusha bhushadikam kasmaichit manushyaya diyate. So how can grass, bran, and other things which you feed to cows can be given to humans? So basically all these different things, Sarvabhaumatva, the rulership over the earth and the rulership over the heavenly bodies, yoga siddhis, are all like, dust particles and grass, which can be only fed to cows and other animals. They cannot be fed to humans. Similarly, how can I give you these things? I cannot give you. Tadaham ajitaha api bhavata adhuna jitaha eva varte. Because of that, even though I am ajita, ajita means unconquerable, by you today I have been conquered. Jitaha, I have become jita. Narte bhavat sau shilya vallim samyag avalambanam. So I'm just holding on to the creeper of your own good qualities. I'm not able to give you anything else. I take shelter of that creeper of your good qualities. And then saying this, Krishna stops here. So then I think next week we'll look at what the devotee is responding to Krishna's words. I have not gone through. So I'll stop here. I would like to hear from Amarendra Prabhu, because he has more realizations and he could express in more sweeter words.
Actually, to speak after Brajajivan Prabhu is like adding salt to a very nice sweet preparation that has been made. He was already having so much sugar. To explain Madhurya Kādambini with commentary in the most authentic scholarly way, without diluting the devotional purport of it. Only someone like Brajajivan Prabhu can do that. So I would say that there are very few devotees in the world even accessing Madhurya Kādambini of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, which is a cloudburst of nectar, which teaches us systematically the path of bhakti and how a living entity can fight his inner environment, how he can make advancement. Srila Chakravarti Pad very mercifully, very kindly has written this book. Very few people are reading books like Madhurya Kādambini, and then what to speak of explaining so beautifully, like how Rajivan Prabhu did. In the time that we had, he covered so much and didn't speak anything else. It was just like the track of the train. It was very, very authentic and very, very beautiful for the ears. So thank you, Rajivan Prabhu, and my sincere prayers to the lotus feet of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that may all his books manifest through you with time.
Thank you so much, Amarendra Prabhu. I don't deserve all the prices you have said, but I accept it because it's coming from you. Thank you so much.
Rajivan Prabhu is my Sanskrit pal. We discuss verses for hours. So it is my honor that I'm even seeing you after such a long time, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for accepting me as a pal.
Hare Krishna.
So if anybody has any questions or anything, you could ask Amarendra Prabhu. Okay, if there is nothing, we could stop here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Rajivan Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.